guys, today we are unboxing a Dark Souls piece. This is the Dark Souls 3 Souls of Cinder by Gecco. I've been waiting for this for a pretty long time and it just arrived like 5 minutes ago. And here's my unboxing. So let's open it up. Here is the box. It's actually bigger than I was expecting. So that's the size of the box. And the actual design, I think, is really impressive. So we have the Souls of Cinder statue on the front, Dark Souls 3, Souls of Cinder 1/6 scale statue. You can see the design, all the little details just on the box. It's really nice. What do we have here? So some little information about Souls of Cinder. And okay, here is once again Dark Souls 3 Souls of Cinder statue. And, the back is just black, nothing on it. So we are going to open this up. Alright, so first off, here's a little card like this. Just okay, that's the little card with the statue, and on the other side it says Souls of Cinder, Dark Souls 3 1/6 scale statue, sculpted by, I don't know how to pronounce that, Shinya Akeo Headlong, Paintmaster in Project Card Design. Then that's the same thing that's written on the box actually. So that's a nice little touch. You actually have like all the information about how to assemble the statue right here on the box. Okay, so here is the statue. Overall it was pretty easy to assemble with the instructions. I did had some trouble with his sword and the chains here, but other than that it was pretty easy to assemble. Just beware that the flag and the two swords in the base are very loose. As you can see, I can move them like that. They stay in place, but it does not seem very solid. The extra Ember, which is a pre-order bonus, also comes with two different stands. The first stand has a magnet, so you can place the Ember on it, just like that, pretty easy. The second stand does not have a magnet, it's actually an extra stand in case you want to glue the Ember on it, so it looks more realistic than with the magnet. I'm not going to glue my Ember, I will use the stand with the magnet, it's more simple, more convenient, but if you want to glue your Ember, you can. Alright, next up is my 360 view of the statue. So the statue is 1/6 scale and it's around 17 inches tall. It's the same size than the Yorm the Giant statue from the Dark Souls 3 Prestige Edition. And here is a size comparison with the Bloodborne Hunter by Gecco, which is 13 inches tall. And with the Artorian statue by Fistful Figures, which is about 21 inches tall, and with the Dark Souls 2 Collector's Edition. Now let's look at the details on this. The sculpt of this piece is top-notch. You can see the texture of the metal pieces, the cloth, the chainmail. I think they are all very well done, very well detailed. The paint is also very good. It does maybe have some little flaws when we compare with the prototype. I'll come back on this later. But overall, I think the paint job is very good. The metal is painted with some silver paint, so you get that metallic finish. And it also has some black paint. There's actually a lot of black or dark paint on the statue. It's a very dark statue, but it's still very well detailed. So you can see the chainmail, his belt, and the cloth are nicely painted. Also, the fire effects are good, but I think they did look better on the prototype. And that's what brings me to the comparison with the prototype. So I tried to reproduce pretty much the same lighting than the one used to take these pictures of the prototype. And overall, I think we can see that the final product and the prototype are very likely. I think the one big difference is the fire effects. You can see that the colors used to paint the fire are different. On the prototype, you can see we can see some very dark orange paint where the flame starts, and then it just gets more white as we go up. But on the final product, it just starts with some orange, some very saturated orange, and then it turns yellow. And of course, I prefer the colors used on the prototype. I don't understand why Gecco decided to change the colors for the final product. Also, the prototype Ember did look better than the final one. As you can see here, the sculpt was more pronounced on the prototype. There were more carvings, more detail, also some glossy varnish to highlight the details. That's not on the final product, so I'm a little disappointed with the Ember, but statue actually does look pretty good. The fire effects could be better, I think, but the rest is very well done. And finally, is this statue accurate? If we compare with the real Soul of Cinder as seen in the game, we can see that yes, the statue is very accurate. All the small details are there. The paint job is also very accurate. The ground texture you find on the base also looks like the ground texture that was in the boss fight. So yes, I think this statue is very accurate. So my final thoughts about this statue, it's very accurate, very well detailed, amazing sculpt, very good paint job. The fire effects could look better, but overall it does look pretty good. Personally, I'm not a fan of the small base. I think it is too small considering that he is a boss, he is big. I feel like the base is just not well proportionate compared to the size of the statue. The only one thing that I think could be great with that small base is that it will fit well with the upcoming Dark Souls statues that Gecco is going to make. So for now we have Oscar of Astora and Sigmar of Katarina, and they both have the same kind of simple round base, so it's going to fit with these. But because he is a boss, I would prefer something more special, something bigger than this. But that's just me. Maybe you like it, and that's okay. Other than that, $500 for this I think is a little overpriced. The statue is smaller than Artorias, my first full figures. The overall quality is pretty much the same, but it's not even numbered, and we have no idea what's the edition size. It's probably not as limited as the Artorias statue. It's more expensive. The regular Artorias was $475. This is $500. I think something around $430 would be more reasonable. But yeah, I still think it was worth it. I actually got it for $450 shipped to Canada, and I think it was worth it. So that's pretty much it for this review. Do not hesitate to check out my other Soulsborne statue reviews, and thanks for watching.